Hi, my name is Megan Haugrud, and I am here to talk to you about my product, the Neuro Step, to help teach basketball players, young, middle school, high school, or even college, how to do a proper closeout, feel the difference between being on the balls of their feet and the heels of their feet, and show the proper movement to not get beat on defense. Before I truly introduce to you what my product is and how it will help a defender be best on defense, I'm going to show you guys how to do a proper closeout. So a proper closeout is when you are one pass or two passes away and your defender or your opponent gets past the ball, you are going to move on the pass. By the time the defender catches the ball, you're going to lower your body. You're going to be on the balls of your feet. You're going to chop your feet, which makes the little noises, and you're going to stay ready to move. The more you stay on the balls of your feet, the faster you can react to your defender. If you see a lot of players get beat on defense, most of the time their weight is on their heels, and that's when you get the Sports Center top 10 replays of somebody falling down. So like I had said on the previous slide, a lot of people get beat on a closeout because they're not moving quick enough. They're carrying the weight of the player on their heels. Coaches like myself are consistently telling their players to stay on the balls of their feet. The more times I tell them, that feels like it goes in one ear and out the other. So a lot of times coaches have a hard time trying to explain the concept of being on the balls of their feet rather than the heels. So I wanted to come up with a product that will help the player feel the difference of being on their heels compared to being on the balls of their feet when they are doing a proper closeout, and so they do not get beat on defense. In order to help players be able to feel the difference between on the balls of their feet and on the heels while doing a proper closeout, I have come up with a product called the Neuro Step. The Neuro Step is designed to help the player be able to feel the difference between closing out and having their weight on the front of their balls of their feet rather than being on their heels and falling back. The way I designed this product to work is that the player will take the product and put it in the shoe on the heel, and when they put their shoe back on, it'll lift the player's heel off the ground, forcing them to be on the balls of their feet rather than relying on being on the back of their heels. This will force them to be ready to move and carrying their weight in the front to be faster rather than getting beat with their weight on their heel. I designed this product as a current coach due to the amount of times that I have reminded my players to stay on the balls of their feet while doing a proper closeout or even being on defense. I tell them multiple times, but I still feel like it goes in one ear and out the other. And so I wanted to show them that there is a easier way to feel the difference rather than me just continuing to tell them. The solution was this insert that would be placed inside the basketball shoe, and it will reinforce the correct movement of their feet. The unique value proposition that I had found that it helps with the closeout, it helps stay reactive to the player that you are defending. I feel like with my customers that I had communicated with, a lot of them did feel like a lot of the younger players who are not properly trained in a closeout would feel more beneficial from this product and allow them to be able to feel the difference and know what their coach is communicating with them. For my product, the NeuroStep, I was very excited to get this ball rolling. The top three assumptions that I did find while creating this product was the product would be able to show the player the different feelings of being on the balls of your feet compared to the heels. Another assumption that I had found was the players would actually not even feel a difference due to being relying on their heels. And then the third assumption that I had found in myself was the players would rely too much on the product, and this would not translate into their closeout during a proper game-like situation compared to what they were doing at practice. So when it came time to decide who I would be exchanging my currency with, I decided on 5 people that I had trusted and knew that they had a great knowledge of the basketball community. Addie's feedback, who is a current MSUM basketball player, he is concerned about the product just if it's a one-size-fit-all or if it's going to be that of it'll be different sizes for the younger compared to older players. She does feel like this would be very easy to use and communicate with her players as well. Kelsey's feedback, who is an athletic director and head director of a AAU program, she thought this would be a great idea to show the younger players and communicate with them. And she is just concerned about how many times they would have to use it in order to be able to feel a difference. She did think this would be a great product, along with the dribbling goggles that we were using when we were little to keep our eyes up rather than staring at the ball. Simone's feedback, who is a retired collegiate athlete, she found this very easy to use, but she is concerned about the durability of how many times or how many uses would be put into it before you would have to replace it. Emma's feedback, who is a retired collegiate athlete and a current JV head coach, she found this to be easy to communicate with her players. However, she does feel like sometimes the players rely too much on lifting their heels, losing the athletic stance while putting the weight on the balls of their feet. And then my final feedback was Keaton. Keaton is again, a retired collegiate athlete, but he is currently a head coach for Stanford uh, Basketball Academy. He found this very beneficial to teach his younger players. He is just concerned about how it's going to reflect in a game and if they are going to process it the same. For my product, the most that I can do is get as much research and productivity that I can out of it compared to everything that's being used in the basketball community. It's just getting the word out and getting the data to confirm either my assumptions, a hypothesis that I have, or how it could affect the player in general. I do find this product to be able to be used whenever at any level to help them feel the difference and help them not get beat on defense. But it's just trying to get the word out there into the community and how well the basketball player can use it. All in all, for my product, the NeuroStep, I did have a warm welcome into the community of being able to teach a player how to do a proper closeout with the feeling of being on the balls of their feet rather than the heels. Like I had said, the most that I can do right now is just going to continue to promote my product and being able to see the difference and how I can adapt to make it the best that I can do.